With the announcement of the Switch 2, Nintendo has sent a very clear message to their fans. At first you might think that the $80 Mario Kart World price tag is just sticker shock, but it goes a lot deeper than just that. Not only do I wholeheartedly disagree that that price does not reflect that game's quality or the effort it took to create, variable pricing should go both ways, but it isn't. It's only going up and only going up for Nintendo, and they've opened Pandora's box. Remember back when we all laughed at the quadruple A quality of that stupid pirate game? Well, here we are looking down the $80 barrel of Mario Kart. The only way I can possibly even begin to forgive an $80 price tag for a single game is if that included all tracks, characters, DLC for free in perpetuity. That means forever. But since Nintendo's gonna charge for their shovelware tour of their new system with this stupid virtual thing, and they don't believe in giving away their work quote unquote for free, I don't see that happening. Mario Kart at the end of the Switch 2 life cycle can very well be costing you upwards of $200. But the thing that really gets me, that really burns me up, is Nintendo's double dipping. This is by far the worst version of reselling us things that we own that I can possibly imagine. In a universe of backwards compatibility, how the fuck are you gonna paywall frames on the brand new hardware I just bought? That would be like if I bought a brand new graphics card to run Monster Hunter Wilds, but I had to buy a premium edition of the game to unlock those ultra settings. There is no justification for this.
Oh, well, Tears of the Kingdom and Breath of the Wild, those two you get the upgrades for free with the NSO Plus. That's only $50 a year.
And even in the forest close up.
I mean, even looking at the definition on the cliff where Link is standing, it's
And the lighting as well.
breathtaking. Of the wild.
Good
Thank
one.
you.
And even in the forest close up.
I mean, even looking at the definition on the cliff.
Well, I don't pay for NSO Plus, and I'm not going to. So if I ever play Tears of the Kingdom, which I never will, I have to pay an additional $10 so my frames don't tank every time I use Ultra Hand. And it's not like some Nintendo wizardry of modern technology that's forbidding this to happen. It's just a little bit of code that is set up to run the game in 60 FPS. That's it. Let's do a little thought experiment. Let's imagine a timeline where all your Switch 1 games just ran at 60 FPS on the Switch 2 day one for free. And when I say for free, that comes with a huge asterisk because you already bought the fucking game. And if you think that Nintendo is going to change their mind or change any of their practices about any of this, you are living in a fantasy world. We are not talking about the Wii U desperate Nintendo. We are talking about post-Switch 1, the most money-rich gaming company on the planet, Nintendo. These motherfuckers own a third of Pokemon. They sell unfinished games to tens of millions of people who forgive it and say it's okay. And you think that some people spamming drop the price in a YouTube live chat is gonna make them do anything? No. This is like when they announced the Super Mario RPG remake. First off, I never saw that coming, and I was super excited. Super Mario RPG Legend of the Seven Stars is one of my favorite games of all time. It is classic. That soundtrack, the humor, the story, the characters, the visuals, it's just incredible. But I didn't love the visuals of the new game. I didn't love that they seemingly made it easier without also adding a hard mode, and I really couldn't play the original on the Switch. That's why I was so confused by the exclusion of Super Mario RPG from the Super Nintendo online emulator thing or whatever. And it's not like the remake came packaged with the original untouched. No, there is no way to play the original on the Switch. Now they have this GameCube emulator exclusive just to the Switch 2, which I'm assuming because the Switch 1 can't run the GameCube emulator, and they put Wind Waker on there. So now you have people who have had a Switch for years asking for a port of Wind Waker HD or the original, and now they can't get it. They have to get a Switch 2 and they have to get the NSO Plus in order to play Wind Waker. It's like Nintendo is all over the fucking place with these ports and re-releases and emulators. You got Skyward Sword out here for $60 fucking for a 10-year-old game. They locked quality of life enhancements behind an amiibo. Like they paywalled you in your single player game that you paid full price for. How the hell are you gonna tell me that Elden Ring is $60 and Skyward Sword HD is $60? That makes no sense.
Hey, I don't like what this internet guy is saying. Nintendo put a lot of hard hours to get them Wiimotes to work on their controller.
Dog, you can set up a controller on Dolphin in 5 minutes and play Skyward Sword with a controller right now. What's so frustrating is that Nintendo has proven that they know how to package and resell us things with additional qualities that make that worth it. Remember Super Mario All-Stars? Remember Metroid Zero Mission, including the original game on that cartridge? And that was for the fucking Game Boy. You had the GameCube Ocarina of Time with Master Mode. You could play all of your GameCube games on the Wii. And then they introduced the virtual consoles, which made the Wii and the Wii U have some of the biggest libraries. It's really hard for me to remain optimistic about this company that I've been a fan of my whole life. Nintendo has made some of my favorite games. Some of them are just so inherently fun. And I hear this sentiment, oh, you have to separate Nintendo the business from Nintendo the creative. They're one and the same. One does not exist without the other. And if their greed is going to overreach this far into their creative, well then they are destroying that market which they created with the Switch to begin with. The next 3D Zelda will be $80. The next 3D Mario will be $80. And that's just to get your foot in the door. That's just to get the game. In Nintendo games, they rarely go on sale. It's not like they have a Steam sale. Like I got Monster Hunter World and Iceborne for like $20 on a sale and got close to 800 hours out of that game. You got Square Enix over here porting Bravely Default for $40, and it's just a matter of time before the absolute wave of Final Fantasy VII titles start hitting Switch 2. All for full price, of course. Let's not get ahead of ourselves. And what's crazy is I never even really liked Mario Kart growing up. I always liked Diddy Kong Racing a lot better. Two of these kart racing games on the same console, and Diddy Kong just did way more innovative things. Not only did you have karts, you had planes, and you had hovercrafts. You could get a lot of different ways of racing on the same tracks out of this. And then they had an open adventure kind of mode. You just drive around and you could find secrets, and you had bosses you could race. But sure, I'm sure they had to code extra hard to get that grinding and little wall hopping in. It just looked like a lot of extra work, and you know what? They deserved to $80, man. I'm sure that those programmers are gonna see a whole lot of return on that. I want to be excited. Metroid Prime 4 is finally coming out. It's like, holy crap, you only announced that almost 10 years ago. But it genuinely looks like the wait will be worth it. The gameplay looked really good, and the fact that you can like turn the Wiimote over to a mouse is just so good. I just got done playing the Metroid Prime trilogy on Prime Hack and felt like, oh man, this is good. And it's just gonna get better, hopefully. I don't know, but what they showed off did look really great. I don't know. I think I'm just thinking too much, y'all. I think I just need to turn my brain off and stop thinking about all these things and stop bringing up all that stuff and stop causing trouble for all these nice folk. And I think I feel myself slowing down and getting a little comfy.
Don't ask questions, just consume product.
What are next?
Don't ask questions, just consume product.
Don't ask questions, just consume products.
Don't ask questions, just consume product.
Don't ask questions, just consume products.
Don't ask questions, just consume product.
I am Mario.
Don't ask questions, just consume
Don't ask
product.
questions, just consume products.
Don't ask questions.